will begin. I'm so excited to be here with you guys again for our third week of chair yoga. I really realized during this pandemic how important it is just to find a little bit of movement during our day. I mean, movement is an action, but it doesn't necessarily have to be incredibly vigorous. We don't have to go on runs or bike rides or anything like that to start moving our energy and find movement. We can just sit in our chairs and use the tools that we have around us and within us to help our metabolism, help our posture, maybe work on just, I don't know, just moving our energy. I mean, the energy blocks can cause a lot of emotions to get disturbed or feel blocked as well. So sometimes if we're feeling down or moody, movement can move that energy to make ourselves feel a little bit better too. Gotta love those endorphins. So we are going to begin now with a focus on just moving our bodies and just finding a little bit of space for ourselves this afternoon. So I want you to pull yourself away from the back of your chair and sit towards the front of your chair. Plant your feet nice and firm on the ground. You can think about those ankles maybe being right below the knees. And take a nice breath in to set yourself up nice and tall and roll those shoulders back. You can go ahead and blink your eyes shut here or bring your gaze down towards your toes. And then your palms can just rest gently in your lap. Nice soft fingers resting on your thighs. And we're just going to come into our practice tonight. I want you to allow yourself to leave the room and the disturbances around you and come into your body and come into your breath to find quiet and ease. As you inhale, feel your belly expand and your chest. And on your exhale, allow your body to relax. Feel like your seat could fall right through the chair that you're sitting on. As you inhale, feel energy come into your body from your toes all the way to the top of your head, your crown. Exhale, relax. Just continue to breathe a nice one-to-one breath here. So those inhales will be the same length as the exhales, and the exhales will be the same length as the inhales. If for some reason today you lose that one-to-one breath, I want you to know that you can always come back to it. That this one-to-one breath is the foundation of your chair yoga practice today. And that doesn't matter how far you go into the poses, or if you practice all of the poses, as long as you're with this one-to-one breath, in this present moment, in this space, you are practicing yoga. Take one more nice round of breath. Inhale. And as you exhale, eyes can blink open, and then your hands are going to come down to the side, and you can keep your feet together or walk the feet out a little bit to just allow your upper body to hang nice and heavy into a ragdoll position. Now here in your ragdoll position, you can rock out the head yes or no. We're just letting go of that upper body, letting the shoulders come down nice and heavy and fall to the floor. Every exhale, think about your belly drawing closer to your thighs, dropping a little bit deeper, releasing a little bit more. As you take your next breath in, you can slowly roll yourself back up to your neutral seated position. Remember, long spines, shoulders are back. We're going to go ahead and go into a twist. So take a breath in to sit tall again, reaching through, press that chest forward. Bring that left hand towards your right knee and exhale, twist on open. Now, if you have a handle on your chair or a backrest, you can use that backrest by grabbing it with your right hand to maybe pull yourself maybe a little deeper into that twist. Your gaze will look behind you. And with every exhale, if you'd like to, you can twist yourself maybe a little bit deeper, creating as much intensity as you want here. As you take your next breath in, your hands will come to prayer, heart. Exhale, right hand comes to the left knee, twist, unopen. We have the other side. Maybe take a moment to notice the difference between the left and the right side of the body. Noticing if one side feels a little bit tighter or a little bit looser. Maybe a little bit more limber, a little bit more relaxed, just noticing the difference of the sides. Creating a little internal awareness in our practice today. Inhale, hands come to prayer. We meet at center. Take a nice inhale to reach up with the arms up overhead. So your palms stay together, elbows come to the ears. Exhale, bring your hands back to your heart. Inhale, reach long. You can let that gaze go up to that sky. Exhale, hands come back to the heart, shoulders drop and relax. Last one. Inhale, press on through, look up. Exhale, hands come back to your heart. As you take your next inhale, we salute out to the side. Reach nice and wide all the way up to the sky. Bring those palms together. Exhale, I want you to think about pressing away. So the palms press like you have two walls next to you all the way back down. Inhale, big energized sweep. Exhale, press away. Arms are energized. Inhale, reach tall. Last one, exhale, press away. As you come back down, you fold right back to that ragdoll-like position. So, like I said, those feet can be together or a little bit farther. Just allow all four corners of the feet to be planted onto the ground so that upper body can just continue to fall over. Every exhale, let go a little bit more. If you haven't let go of the back of the neck, maybe allow the back of the neck to relax. You can do that by tucking the chin in towards your throat. Allow yourself to just be here and continue to let go. The little movements of dropping heavier on the exhale is just enough buoyancy that we need to start moving some of our energy. Like I said before, at the beginning of practice, you don't always have to do vigorous movements to move our energy. Those little tiny movements can make all of the difference. As you inhale, slowly roll yourself back up to a neutral tabletop. That's what I usually teach in normal yoga classes. A normal sitting tall spine. And now we're going to bring the right thigh over the left thigh. And you can begin to maybe twist the right foot around the left calf. So you kind of have these like twisted pretzel-y legs. If that doesn't feel good, just stay in the crisscross position. Otherwise, we'll go to Garudasana, eagle legs. With your arms, bring your elbows out in front of you and tuck your right elbow into your left elbow crease. And then begin to twist the arms around each other. If that doesn't feel comfortable for you to have that twist, you can bring your hands to your shoulders like you're giving yourself a nice crisscross hug. On your inhale, we're going to lift the shoulders up, elbows draw towards the nose, look up towards the sky. Exhale, we're going to round through the spine and come back down. So even if you're holding those shoulders, inhale, you come up. Exhale, you curve the spine, come down. We're going to do 5 of these. We have 3 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round, moving up and down that spine. Last one on this side. Inhale, lift those elbows up. As you exhale, neutral spine, you can unravel the arms, unravel the legs. I call this unpretzeling yourself in yoga. And we'll go to the other side. So stack that left thigh on top of that right thigh. You can stay here, or maybe begin to twist this left ankle around that right ankle. And then we'll go ahead with the arms. Bring the elbows up. This time the left elbow is going to tuck into the right elbow crease. And we'll find that twist again. Option to keep hands up or come to your shoulders. As you take your next breath in, sit tall, press to the bottom of your chair, so lift that upper body up. Exhale, round the spine, tuck that chin in towards your throat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. We have 3 more. Inhale, feel nice and energized. You lift up. Exhale, relax. 2 more. Last one. Exhale, neutral spine, and unpretzel yourself. Bring your feet back down into the floor next to you. We're going to do some salutes again. So on your inhale, reach up with those arms up above your head. Exhale, press away with the hands. We have 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press. Inhale, lift up, sit tall. Exhale, press away, and then bring your hands behind your back. Now you can interlace your fingers or grab opposite wrists. As you take your next breath in, I want you to, I'm going to sit sideways so you can see me. You're going to press down with the hands to draw the shoulder blades together. That chest will naturally come forward, and we'll have our heart opener here. As you inhale, you can continue to press down, maybe squeeze a little bit more. Stay nice and grounded through those feet. Those feet are firm and planted on the floor. And we're moving that upper body, holding those shoulders together with every inhale. Now your gaze can look up towards the ceiling if you want to. If it feels good to relax that neck all the way back, you can also do that here. Sometimes I like to visualize like a warm sunshine in the sky when I hold this pose. Like I'm basking underneath it, allowing my body to soak in all of the light. If that's a good visual for you, you could maybe close your eyes and visualize that here. Take 1 more breath in, squeeze a little bit more. And as you exhale, roll yourself back to a neutral position. Now we're going to move out of our chairs for a little bit. So go ahead and bring yourself to a standing position and bring yourself to the back of your chair. I'm going to turn my chair sideways so you can see me stand behind the chair. And now here we're going to go ahead and move into chair pose. So allow your feet to be right underneath your hips. As you take an inhale, sit nice and tall. Again, draw those shoulder blades back. We're always moving with good posture here. Exhale, sink into your heels. Weight comes down. So you can use that chair to hold yourself up, or like it's a bar to stay balanced. As you inhale, I want you to bring that chest forward again to draw the shoulders back. Ooh, a little curve in that lumbar spine. Exhale, sink a little bit deeper into those heels. Inhale to press the chest forward. Exhale to sink a little bit deeper. You've been sitting all day. This is you probably feel it in your legs already. If those shoulders have been closed off on you all day, you're probably feeling it in that chest. But keep breathing through. Like I said, that one-to-one breath is always with you. Connect to it. The physical body can do so much. It's usually our mental state that'll give up on us first. You can do the hard things. It's the quote I always think of. One more breath. Inhale, chest comes forward. Exhale, go a little bit deeper. I know you got it. Inhale, sit nice and tall. Now wiggle your feet out a little farther than hips distance apart behind your chair, and go ahead and take a forward fold. 2 options for your forward fold here. You can stay here like I am, and I have a straight back. So I usually visualize a plate of food being on my back that I don't want to drop, and I'm holding a straight back. Otherwise, you can go all the way down towards the floor and maybe curve that spine. So just go as far as you'd like to. Straight spine, curved spine. I'm not sure what spaces you're practicing in or what clothes you're wearing. Just choose a pose that's the most comfortable for you to be in. Just think about forward folding. And much like we did ragdoll in our chair, with every exhale, allow that upper body to go maybe a little bit more, go a little bit deeper. Feel about pressing those hips back towards the back wall behind you. Your chair rolls, you can maybe roll the chair out and go a little deeper that way too. So many different ways to modify here. As you inhale, bring yourself back up, all the way up. Slowly take your time coming up. There is absolutely no rush. And then for our balance pose today, we're going to go into our Garudasana, the ego pose, but this time in a standing position, not in our chair. So I'm going to go ahead and face you guys, but you can use your chair out in front of you for stability. So we're going to begin by putting our weight into our left foot. Then take your right thigh and stack it on top of your left thigh and begin to crisscross. Now, these right toes can be planted onto the floor, or you can begin to find that twist in your legs. Elbows are going to come back up. We're on that right side, so the right elbow is going to tuck in towards the left elbow crease for that twisting of the arms again. Option to bring those hands to your shoulders, or maybe you don't use the hands today and you just use your hands out in front of you on your chair. As you take your inhale, think about chair pose. Draw those shoulder blades back. Exhale, sink into the heel. Inhale, elbows draw up, chest comes forward. Exhale, sink. Now, if this is a lot for you and you have to make your way out of the pose, mindfully make your way back into it. There's no rush. If you're using that chair, just continue to sink into that left heel with every exhale. If that right toe is still planted on the floor, you can still allow yourself to sink nice and deep. Okay, inhale, bring those elbows back up or sit yourself up. Exhales to unpretzel yourself, twist out those legs. This is a very energizing pose. There's a lot of bits and pieces, so we'll go to the other side. If you're still with me, you're doing great. So left thigh is going to stack on top of the right thigh this time. Go ahead and bring it on over. Either kickstand the left toes on your right side or begin to twist that leg. Inhale, arms come up. This time the right elbow tucks into the left elbow crease for your twist. Bring those elbows up to eye level. Exhale, sink into the right heel. Hands can be here, remember, or out in front of you with that chair. Just take a few deep breaths. Every exhale, maybe go a little bit deeper if you want to create a little bit more fire in the pose. Awesome job, guys. If you're doing this pose, if you're holding this pose and you're with me, I believe in you. We got this for a few more breaths. One more breath in, come back up. Exhale, unpretzel yourself. Standing into Tadasana, just a neutral standing position. We're going to do some shoulder rolls. So inhale, draw those shoulders up to your ears. Exhale, roll the shoulders back. Nice, slow and controlled breath. Inhales, come up. Exhale, make some room in that heart space. Last one. Inhale, squeeze, and exhale. Relax back down. Great job, guys. We'll make our way back to our chairs. So you can go ahead and take a nice seat back in your chair. Okay, now that we're back in our seated position, I want you just to go ahead and maybe lean against that backrest now so you can relax back into your chair. We did the hard poses. We did Garudasana Eagle pose. We worked those legs. So now I'm going to have you press. I know you really can't see my feet here. I'll move the camera quick. I want you to go ahead and send your feet out in front of you so you have a straightish leg position. If you have to make your way to the front of your chair to straighten out those legs a little bit more, you can go ahead and make that adjustment as well. As you inhale, sit nice and tall again, bring that chest forward, and as you exhale, forward fold. Then we're just going into a seated forward fold here. Maybe you can grab your toes, your ankles, your calves, or your thighs, and think about just drawing that forehead down towards your knees. Every exhale, relaxing a little bit deeper, giving those legs some recovery after our eagle pose. As you take your next inhale, you can slowly roll back up, and now your feet will be planted nice and firm on the ground, just like we began practice. Oh goodness, I am just not the best at angling this. I apologize, everybody. Okay, so in your seated position. Okay, hands are gonna come to prayer, heart center. As you inhale, you're gonna sit tall again, draw those shoulders back. I know I cue that all the time, but it's so important for us to sit tall, especially in our chair. As you exhale, twist open to the right side. So you're gonna draw that right elbow back behind you. We're gonna stay here for our seated twist today, using our bodies to really hold ourselves up here in our twist. Every exhale, maybe twist a little bit deeper. Inhale, bring yourself back to center. Exhale, left elbow comes behind, twisting to the other side. Inhale as you come back to center. Exhale, we're gonna forward fold again. So allow yourself to go to ragdoll, feet together, maybe walk them out again. Allow that upper body to hang nice and heavy once more. And you already know the drill here. Every exhale, continue to let your body let go a little bit more. And as you allow yourself to let go on those exhales, take a moment to go inward and notice what muscles begin to relax for you. Everybody experiences yoga differently, but we're all different and we all should experience yoga differently. Taking a moment to notice what parts of you are relaxing on those exhales can help you learn more about yourself and your body. It can also help you learn what poses to use when maybe you need to relax different parts of your body. As you take your next breath in, you can slowly roll up again. And then I want you to bring your hands to prayer. And if you're at the front of your chair, you can go ahead and just sit yourself back all the way to rest against that seat. Remember to sit nice and tall still. Don't allow yourself to slump. You already worked so hard to correct that posture. So just allow yourself to sit tall, but that backrest can be there for a bit of support. Hands at prayer here. You can go ahead and blink your eyes shut or allow your gaze to go back down towards the floor. As you inhale, I want you to expand your hands outward. For opening up the arms like you have wings. Exhale, bring your hands back to heart center. Inhale, you expand the arms nice and energized. Exhale, hands come back to heart center. A good visualization here is as if you had a golden light, and every inhale, you spread that golden light as you open up your arms. And as you exhale, You hold that little ball of energy between your hands. The gold light is at your heart. As you inhale, you let that light free. And as you exhale, you bring it back and hold all of its energy. Continue to move back and forth, maybe visualizing that. Take one more deep breath in. Last one, really squeeze those shoulder blades together and those wings. Exhale, hands come back to heart center. And you can just begin to relax your palms back on your lap. And we're going to settle into what's considered our Shavasana in our chair pose for today. So allow yourself to settle nice and comfortably into the back rest. Hands can rest soft on your legs. All four corners of your feet can be grounded onto the floor. Of course, those eyes can be blinked shut here so you can bring in a sense of rest. And in Shavasana, we'll go ahead and meditate here. Today's meditation will be the Golden Egg Meditation. I want you to begin to visualize or imagine a golden light at heart center. However you notice this light is perfect. Just allow attention to go to your heart space and notice what's there. Now I want you to contain your light, maybe in the shape of a small egg, and hold all of its energy in this tiny space. As you take your next breath in, allow that light to break through the egg and set free throughout your body, expanding from your chest, legs, arms, fingertips, and toes. And on your exhale, recontain your light back at heart center. As you inhale, that light breaks free once more, expanding first through your body, then out into the room, the earth, the universe. Your light has no boundaries, no limits. Just allow it to keep expanding. And as you exhale, bring that light back through your body to heart center, harnessing all of its energy at your heart space. Inhale, let your light free. Let it go wherever you choose. Noticing how your light affects all life in such a positive and nourishing way. And on your exhale, bring that nourishing light back into your heart and allow it to soothe your body. With every inhale, allow your light to be set free. And with every exhale, return your light back to heart center. We'll meditate here and continue meditating on that light. So if you have time to give yourself a few more minutes here, to meditate, feel free to go ahead and do so. Give yourself about 5 to 10 minutes here to just be. And once you're ready to move your way out of meditation, you can begin just find little light movements in your fingertips and toes. And with your eyes shut, you can bring your hands to prayer, heart center. And we'll close out practice. So thank you guys for coming today to practice